What is going on, everybody? It's your boy John, and welcome back to Gearbox. So today, it's kind of an interesting day, honestly, and I'll go ahead and say it right now. I am a little bit ahead of schedule with videos and kind of when those videos are scheduled. I think it's maybe 2 or 3 weeks to be exact, but the reason I say that is here in South Carolina, we are currently gearing up for quite a gnarly ass winter weather kind of ice storm type of deal. It should be coming in here in the next couple hours, and so since I'm sitting around doing a whole lot of nothing, I wanted to take the Supra out one more time because I don't think I'm going to be driving this car in the near future. So let's get it in while we can, and might as well make a video for you wonderful people. Now, as far as the topic of today's video is a video that I've been wanting to make for a while, and I kind of debated on how I want to structure this and, you know, whatever. And so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to send it, and hopefully it works out okay. And it's really going to rely on you guys and your opinion to see what direction we should take this topic. So to quit beating around the bush and get right into it, I really would like to get another project car. Now, I don't really consider this a project car, although I guess it kind of is because we build it and we make content on it. But I want to get a car that's not as expensive. You know, you can get into it fairly cheap. And I really have two ideas as to what those cars should be. Of course, once again, a lot of this is going to rely on you guys. So if you have strong opinions for one car over the other, or maybe you say, hey John, you're making a horrible decision, you should do this one instead, be vocal in the comments. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first car that I have on my mind probably is not a massive surprise to anyone that has been on Gearbox, just given my love for JDM cars, or, you know, just whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. But car number one is going to be either a 350 / preferably a 370Z. Now, of course, we all know the Z platform. There's no need to really beat a dead horse. But, fun fact, so my first car that I ever had, my parents were, you know, gracious enough to buy me a car, was a 2012 Honda Accord. Now, that was a real zinger. But I did love that car, really enjoyed it. But when I graduated college, the whole deal that my parents gave me was, we'll buy you a car. Once you graduate college, get your degree, you know, do what you need to do, you can then sell that car and put it as a down payment to whatever vehicle you want to purchase. And ultimately, I decided to purchase a 2019 Subaru WRX. Now, before I settled on the WRX, I strongly considered a 370Z specifically. The reason I did not go for that was it was less practical than a WRX. It had 2 doors versus 4 doors. You know, it had jack shit for trunk space versus the Subaru, and you know, rear wheel drive versus all wheel drive with some of the daily driving stuff and road trips that I would take, so on and so forth. So I've always had a 370Z in the back of my mind, and I think it would be an absolutely banger of a platform to build. You can get them pretty cheap. There is a shit ton of aftermarket potential with the 370Z, and they're cool cars. The VQ engine, very popular platform. No, I would not straight pipe it because it sounds like a damn trumpet, but when done right, the cars can look good, they can sound good, and more importantly than anything, they can be applied to many different operations, such as daily driving, track car, drift car, you know, insert type of car here, right? And I really like that about the 370. It keeps us in the JDM side of things, and it just, I don't know, it's a car that has really intrigued me. I think the power numbers from factory are good. Just all over. Seems like a very good, solid platform to consider for a kind of secondary project car, if you will. Now, I'm sure we'll come back to the 370, but I want to give you the second option as well. Option number 2 holds a very special place in my heart because it is the car that I learned to drive stick on, and specifically, it is a 07 Mustang GT. It was all black, looked awesome, had an exhaust on it. It was fantastic. It was my cousin's first car. My cousin Brandon is a couple years older than I am, and he's a car guy, I'm a car guy, and of course that's something that we bonded over. And when I was like 13 years old, I'm like, hey Brandon, can I go drive your car in the neighborhood and you teach me how to drive stick? You know, that type of stuff. And it was really, really cool. Now, the thing with the Mustang, there's a lot to unpack here. Jokes aside for hitting crowds and being shitty drivers, but the Mustang, number one, sorry, I can't see the traffic light because this roof line is too low and I'm 6'3". Cool thing about the Mustang, number one, it gets us outside of the JDM comfort zone. Not that I have a problem with American cars and I will only ever film JDM, but I prefer JDM. But I do have a soft spot for my American muscle type builds, and the Mustang definitely falls into that category. Number 2, we would also, of course, the 370 falls into this category as well, but we would also be switching from a forced induction platform to a NA platform, which I think is cool to be able to see and feel and hear the differences of a NA platform versus your forced induction, such as the Supra. I think the Mustangs would be a great platform, once again, because it is a fairly cheap car in the used market. Once again, a lot of aftermarket potential. The only thing that I kind of struggle with the Mustang specifically is, sure, you can make it, you know, a drag type build. You can make it obviously a daily driver or whatever. You can make it a drift build or that type of stuff. And ultimately, that is something that I would want to do. In a perfect world, I have a car like the Supra to where, you know, maybe we keep this solely street focused, and then the secondary car would be more of the track focused build. I feel like that adds a lot of context there. But, you know, being able to get into the Mustang, I feel like you're possibly a little bit limited on the type of driving you can do on that chassis compared to the 370 with what I would be interested in doing. However, I do think the Mustang is obviously a very popular platform for a lot of reasons and a lot of different applications, but in my heart of hearts, I feel like the 370 might be the way to go, but I also like the nostalgic aspect of getting the car that I learned to really drive in and understand cars and understand manual transmissions, and I don't know, honestly did a lot for me personally when it came to my now love for the automotive industry, building cars, etc., etc. I don't know, it's just an idea I'm throwing out there. I don't necessarily think a purchase of a really, I guess, fourth vehicle between the Raptor, the Supra, and my wife's 4Runner, I don't think that purchase would be done soon necessarily. Maybe within the next 12 to 14 months is kind of the time frame I'm looking at, but just wanted to get your guys' opinions on this. Number one, and arguably most importantly, what would you guys like to see on the channel? What gets you guys going? I feel like I have an idea between those two cars which would be more intriguing to y'all, but still definitely want to hear your opinion. Number two is, if you yourself have any experience with those types of cars or, you know, those platforms, good, bad, and different, drop them in the comment section down below. And third, you know, what do you guys think would maybe be the best for me? based on what you know about me and kind of my style and some of the ideas as far as track driving and stuff like that, what do y'all think would be a better platform for me to start dipping my toe in the water for that type of driving? Because once again, I would love to own every single car in the world, but to a certain point, you have to buy a car that's gonna fit more or less what you're trying to do and not try to fit a square peg into a round hole, if that makes any sense at all. So, guys, like I said, just wanted to throw this out there. I know there wasn't a whole lot of structure to this video in general, but hopefully you guys get the idea and we can have a very good, solid conversation in the comment section down below. If you like this video and you're excited for the next chapter of Gearbox, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. Once again, questions, comments, concerns, experience, I don't care. Anything you want to voice your opinion on, drop them in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know the drill. And until next time, peace.